Let's be honest, there's something deeply satisfying about watching other people go through absolute chaos while you sit comfortably with snacks, AC, and zero life-threatening stakes. Welcome to Movie-matic, where we celebrate cinema that makes you question your survival skills. Today, we're diving into the top 10 survival thrillers that will have your heart racing, your palms sweating, and your brain whispering, "Yeah, I would not survive this." From freezing mountains to shark-infested waters, these films ask one simple question: how far would you go to stay alive? And your answer will probably be not that far. Let's get into it. The Shallows. First of all, if you thought a casual surf trip couldn't turn into full-blown nightmare, this movie is here to humble you. The film follows Nancy, who goes surfing at a secluded beach and ends up trapped on a rock because a very determined shark has decided she's lunch. What makes The Shallows work so well is its simplicity. It's basically like a one-woman show with Blake Lively carrying the entire movie like her life depends on it, because it literally does. The tension comes from the fact that help is just out of reach, and every decision she makes could either save her or turn her into sashimi. Also, this movie will absolutely ruin your next beach vacation. You'll be side-eyeing every wave like it owes you money. Buried. Imagine waking up in a coffin, underground, with limited oxygen, and your only connection to the outside world is a phone with terrible signal. Congratulations, you're in Buried. The film stars Ryan Reynolds in what is arguably his most stressful role ever. Yes, even more stressful than dealing with superhero contracts. The entire movie takes place in one confined space, and yet it never feels boring. Instead, it feels like your chest is slowly tightening for 90 minutes straight. What makes this film terrifying is just how real it feels. There are no monsters, no supernatural elements, just human cruelty, bureaucracy, and the slow-ticking clock of oxygen running out. It's the kind of movie that makes you grateful for fresh air and good network coverage. Frozen. No, not the Disney one. Nobody is singing here. Nobody is building snowmen. People are just freezing. Frozen follows three friends who get stranded on a ski lift overnight, suspended high above the ground in sub-zero temperatures. And as if that's not bad enough, there are wolves waiting below like it's a dinner reservation. The brilliance of this film lies in how it turns a simple situation into absolute horror. There's no easy way down, no help coming, and every choice has consequences. Jump, freeze, stay put. It's basically a deadly game of pick your poison. After watching this, you'll never complain about long queues at a ski resort ever again. 127 Hours. Based on a true story, 127 Hours tells the story of Aaron Ralston, a hiker who gets his arm trapped under a boulder and stays there for, 127 hours. That's over 5 days of pure, "why did I leave my house?" James Franco delivers a performance that's equal parts inspiring and deeply uncomfortable. Because while you admire the character's resilience, you're also constantly thinking, yeah, I would have panicked in the first 10 minutes. The film is a masterclass in tension and human endurance. It's not just about survival, it's about what you're willing to sacrifice to live. And let's just say, it's not for the faint of heart. Or the squeamish. Before we go further, if you're enjoying this list and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join the Movie-matic family, where we break down the best and sometimes the worst in movies with just the right amount of chaos. But let's be real, if we're going to emotionally suffer through these films, we might as well do it together. Now, back to the the list. The Gray. You know things are bad when your plane crashes in the Alaskan wilderness and then wolves show up like, oh, delivery. The Gray stars Liam Neeson as a man leading a group of survivors through freezing conditions while being hunted by a pack of wolves. It's part survival thriller, part existential crisis, and 100% stressful. What sets this movie apart is its emotional depth. It's not just about surviving the elements. It's about comforting fear, loss, and the meaning of life when everything is falling apart. Also, it teaches you that wolves are not your friends at all. A Quiet Place. Imagine a world where making noise equals instant death. No talking, no shouting, no stepping on Lego bricks at night, which honestly might be the hardest part. Directed by and starring John Krasinski alongside his wife, Emily Blunt, A Quiet Place is a masterclass in tension. The silence isn't just a gimmick, it becomes the entire language of survival. Every sound feels like a gunshot, and every moment is filled with dread. It's the kind of movie where you hold your breath and suddenly realize everyone else in the room is doing the same. Life of Pi. This is what happens when your survival situation includes a tiger. Yes, an actual tiger. Life of Pi follows a young boy stranded on a lifeboat in the middle of the ocean with a Bengal tiger named Richard Parker. And somehow, this becomes one of the most visually stunning and emotionally profound survival stories ever told. Directed by Ang Lee, the film blends survival with philosophy, spirituality, and the ultimate question: would you rather believe the truth or a better story? Also, it teaches you that sharing a boat with a tiger is not ideal. The Revenant. If survival had a hard mode, The Revenant would be it. Leonardo DiCaprio finally won his Oscar after enduring freezing temperatures, brutal injuries, and a bear attack that honestly deserved its own award. This movie is less watching a story and more watching a man suffer artistically. The film is visually breathtaking, but also incredibly intense. It's about revenge, resilience, and the sheer will to keep going when your body and the universe are telling you to stop. Also, after this movie, you'll have a newfound respect for winter jackets. Cast Away. Ah yes, the ultimate stuck on an island movie. Tom Hanks plays Chuck Noland, a man stranded on a deserted island who must learn to survive and eventually befriends a volleyball named Wilson. And somehow, that relationship is more emotional than most rom-coms. Cast Away is both heartbreaking and inspiring. It explores loneliness, hope, and the human need for connection, even if that connection is with a ball that doesn't talk back. Wilson deserved better. We said what we said. Gravity. Because surviving on Earth wasn't stressful enough, let's go to space. Gravity stars Sandra Bullock as an astronaut stranded in orbit after a disaster destroys her shuttle. No oxygen, no help, and nowhere to go. Just infinite space and rising panic. Directed by Alfonso Cuarón, this film is a technical masterpiece that puts you right inside the chaos. It's immersive, it's terrifying, and absolutely gripping from start to finish. Also, it will make you appreciate gravity, like a whole lot. There you have it, 10 survival thrillers that will keep you on the edge, stress you out, and make you deeply grateful for your current non-life-threatening situation. Which one of these had you sweating the most? And most importantly, be honest, how many of these situations do you actually think you'd survive? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Movie-matic for more movie breakdowns, rankings, and cinematic deep dives. Until next time, stay safe, stay entertained, and maybe avoid sharks, wolves, space, and suspiciously quiet places. You know, just be safe.